Welcome everyone back to the Rally Cry halftime show. Waste a little bit of time before our next match between Maryville University and Supernova. Honestly, going into that match, I wasn't really sure what to expect. I wasn't really sure for a lot of it, but the ending of it ended up being really hype.
Yeah, it was exciting. If you ask me who was gonna win during the first 15 minutes, I would have said Maryville like 10 times out of 10. Even when Supernova brought it back for like 7 minutes, I would have gone to like 50-50 just because of how hard it was to force Supernova to keep winning fights like that. But it made it fun. Instead of one team just getting, you can't hear me, but I'm stomping on the floor, getting stomped into the dirt.
You gotta stomp
Look
louder.
at that cityscape. It's beautiful. Look at it. A heckin' gold graph though, man. Look at the dips, the ebbs, the flows. Insane heart by Supernova.
Yeah.
But in the end, I think Maryville just had built their bridge a little bit better.
That's probably a good way to put it, yeah.
100%. And it'll be interesting to see then too, going on to game 2, exactly where there's going to be adjustments and stuff. Because I feel like a lot to have learned, and I'm excited to see these two square off. But
Question for you, really quick before we leave the screen.
For me.
What side is the city on for you in your brain right now? Is it the negative space or is it the red space? Which one?
I say that the city is on the red space and the blue is like the reflecting water, like right on that.
Oh, wait, that's so cool.
Okay.
I'm looking at the negative space. I'm like, that's a very crowded city.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. I distract a little bit, but
I mean, we live in crowded cities, it's all we see.
These are the important questions, This is important questions. And now I have an important question or questions for both of you heading on into our halftime bits. So normally too, when people talk about drafts, they talk about the best players for their team, who's going to be meshing the best together. And we're going to be doing a little bit of draft for each of you today, but instead of building a team, you're going to be building out like your best life out of the players that we have. Who's going to be that best friend of yours? Who's going to be, your book reading partner? I don't know. And I mean,
to write out this to send to them and be like, hey, will you be my book reading partner?
Maybe the last question. Maybe. And then just to make it, so you're not picking the same person. Don't pick the same person for all of it. And I know that you guys aren't best friends with necessarily everyone. Maybe you are. I don't know. But you can also relate it to what you've seen out of them in interviews out on the Rift and just what you know of them as a person. So, use a little imagination, relate it to experiences that you have. So first off, in your life draft, who would be the best person for you to just go out and just party with? You're just having a good time, having a good life with. I scaled these photos very
Who's
poorly.
going first? Am I going first? I hit the buzzer. I go first.
All right. There's one right answer.
There is one right answer. And for me, it's got to be Odd Orange.
Oh.
Yep. And that's my right answer because
I see.
First and foremost, I know Nate. He's a good guy. But he's also
we were talking about me for a second. I was like, what?
And I would love to have fun, have a friend, and have a party mate like Odd Orange.
All right, Beat, who's going to be your pick? Reminder, if you pick somebody, you can't pick them again on your own life draft.
Back off my Odd Orange, all right?
Hey, man, that's all you. All you, Lennon. All right? Be cool. We're cool.
All right, so then what was your answer?
Be cool. The right answer was music. First of all, it's in his name.
Man.
True.
Second of
That's
all,
not fair. I like oranges.
There's nothing to do with partying.
No?
I mean, that has something to do with
oranges
partying.
while you party. Okay, we're
No,
not
there's
getting in that
not.
conversation.
What are you, GP? Just bringing fruit with you everywhere?
Gotta cure the scurvy.
Okay, fair enough. Music. Yeah, I choose music. Partially because of the name. Partially because his interviews, he's a pretty funny guy. So I think that translates well to partying.
All
Can you tell I've never been to a party?
Never been to a party.
Wow.
Been like
Wow. I mean, maybe
we don't want to sell, sad facts here on
It's not sad. Parties suck.
I'm just
maybe if you haven't gone to a party, maybe we've gone to I flashed that. Maybe we've gone to the gym,
Ah, there you go.
Oh no! Oh God! Get me out of here! I already have Kangas in my life. I don't need this.
That is true. But if Kangas was all of a sudden gone tomorrow, no, through absolute no interference to the broadcast or any of us whatsoever, and you need a new gym buddy.
It's very specific.
Who would your new gym buddy be? Someone who, you know, has the routine, has the discipline.
Am I going first? Can I hit the button? No, I'll let you go.
Yeah, go. It's okay. I
Oh, really? Okay, well, then I'm going to go with somebody I know who works out. I guess another pick would have been Auto Orange here. Can I pick Auto Orange?
That's what I was thinking, yeah.
You cannot pick Auto Orange.
I know.
You've already, nope.
It is just because of track record, somebody I've seen consistently work out, and has to be Niles. I think Niles and Auto Orange, the gym bros, going together, but also I just know that he's pretty swole, so pretty nice.
Get those gains. Beat who's your gym buddy gonna be?
That's tough, because those two would have been my
Those
pick.
are the gym bros.
Those are the gym bros. You know what?
We're gonna get added by Quacker say, bro, what are these guns?
Yeah, true. Oh wait, is Quacker Jack? Is Quacker? I don't know either. I'm gonna go with Robbie only because I think I can talk him into going to the gym. That's the best I got.
All right. Can I
right.
hear your leading argument? Can you
What do you mean? Like what I'll say to him?
How are you gonna get him to go to the gym? What is it gonna be?
Girls like guys who are jacked. It would work.
Mizzell just nods like, all right, well, I can't say it.
He understands. He's like,
Whatever.
yup.
Just, you know.
Whatever.
All right, next up on your drafting your life, who's gonna be your travel buddy? You know, travel the world with. Someone that, hey, when even things are stressful, they've planned it out. They're calm. You know, they're good.
You have one beat down?
I do.
Go ahead, beat down. You can go.
Thank you, Lennon. You're so kind. Mine would be Trevor. And it would be Trevor because from what people tell me about how they interact with him, honestly, this is really specific because he used to play for UST. And when they first won CLOL last year, they asked him to give a speech. And the speech was apparently like super heartwarming. I have no idea what was said, but like they all appreciated it. And then they went to beat Maryville. So I mean,
Nice.
it worked. And someone like that
analysis.
is someone I would like to travel with because they sound level-headed and they sound nice.
Mine is Sketch because he is level-headedly nice. As he's a really cool guy. I got to talk to him. He also really likes LPL. So maybe we go watch an LPL game together, travel to China.
Yeah.
No, but Sketch, genuinely wholesome, nice guy. Gotta love some Sketch dreams.
All right, this fourth one on your drafting your life. It's holding a cell phone. I definitely did not. You know, there's the cell phone.
Okay.
But who
Driving
can you
while
call-
texting.
Okay.
No.
Who can you call at any hour who's always going to be there for you? Always reliable. Your life is in tatters and they're there for you. Rift, who's just the backbone? Who's
one?
always there?
No, I'm thinking.
All right. I'm going to say that mine. God, this is a hard decision.
This is a hard decision.
You know what? I spent some really, really nice times with Get Back at the ISU land way back
cool.
3 years ago. He's a really, really cool guy, really nice. And I feel like, if we had gotten closer, he'd be there for me.
You know what? I'm going to pick Zyko. Not for any specific reason, but the fact that he's a gamer and they'll be up at 3 in the morning.
That's
Okay,
very
there you
fair.
go.
That's very fair. All right, our last and final one on drafting your life. Who would you grow old with?
Oh, my God. Can I change this one out for who would be my bodyguard?
What?
You can answer both.
All right. Growing old with? I don't know. Quacker, because he's crazy. Growing old with is awkward. I don't know. My bodyguard would be Trevor, though. That's what I'm saying.
That's
Trevor would be my
true.
bodyguard.
Wait, we already
He's
picked Trevor.
insane
Hello?
bodyguard.
No, you guys
this is
have
an
your own
addendum.
list. It's who's like you want to see succeed in life. Be around for the long haul. We get to
That's
see
not
some
what it
people
was.
on
You see
the career.
succeed?
I mean, they're growing old in their league career. You're growing old in your broadcast career. We're talking about you got to use your imagination a little bit here, Mizzell.
I'm gonna go with music. He already shows music.
Already said
I'm gonna go with
There's literally just the only people left are
You were
Jerry
allowed to
and
pick
literally Jerry and Quacker.
yeah.
I'm gonna go with Quacker because I've already chosen a bunch of Maryville people, and I think Quacker would give me the longevity to make it through life together. He would be my muse. He'd be
Your
my
muse.
fire. He'd be the one that I lean onto the long haul. He's here for it. There you go. Is that good enough? Is that what you want?
I think that was a little too far, and why I'm never putting that question on anything ever again. Beat,
I like the bodyguard one, you know.
You did. Beat, you got to answer too, but I'll let you do that in the draft because we do have a match and not just, games here. So hopefully the ending of the second game and the rest of it is going to be just as exciting as the first. I'll see you two later.
All right, we'll see you on the other side of our final game of the day. Got Maryville on the blue side. We got Supernova on the red side. And we need the answer to the question, Mr. Beatdown.
I have to choose.
It.
I did. So I have to choose Jerry. And
literally.
As for why, he is an 80 carry player. And those are, very tempered, level-headed people who you'd want to spend your life with. Absolutely. And
I thought you were going to say something like he's really young, so he'd be around for a long time. You'd have a friend for a long time.
That's true. There's that too.
I'll give you the options. We do have some bands coming through here. We got the Cassante, the Olaf, and the Zeri band by Maryville. It is the Lucian band towards Scary Jerry, as well as the Nico that has to come off the table. We're wondering what this final band could be from Supernova. We'll be trying to hold over something from that game number 1.
Maybe nothing really stands out unless they're looking for the handshake Yumi Milio trade. Neither of those are going to get taken out.
There
it's looking like the Vi. It was a pretty big pick for Odd Orange. It's just the easiest way to start off fights. Now Maryville will have to go a different direction.
See what they want to go with first pick. I feel like there's still some options. Obviously, the Yumi combo gets a little bit weird. I would actually love to see the Zyrakan combo come through at some point here in the series, but it is something where Maryville were leading off a very meta-style composition in game number 1. They're going to lean towards that yet again by first picking the Aphelios.
Right, and it's something that, Scary Jerry, he looked good before. Still has the Yumi potentially available. There's no Zeri Yumi there for Supernova, so I'm expecting Milio to come through again on their side too. Milio Jinx or Miliona Jungle, like we saw before. I don't think Jinx was the problem, but instead... Oh, interesting.
Okay. I want to go for the Yumi. We're going to take that one away. Still enabled Jerry so much last game with Psycho on top of him. So I actually don't mind that. Wonder what the Milio does on the other side of it as well, because that's going to be picked up by Maryville. And now it's about finding points of power for Supernova. If you let ADC go to second phase, you'll get more of those banned out. But I would expect some jungle presence and that ADC to be picked up here.
Ooh, I would like that one locked in just because with Vi taken out of the picture, Wukong ends up going up in stock a lot. And the fact is, pairing it with the Yumi means you can do a lot of work and get enabled well too. The thing is though, that's the handshake right there, Lennon. Milio's come through on the other side, and you gotta imagine that's just gonna be just as good on with the Aphelios. Added range, the kick from the Ultra Mega Fire kick coming through here. So far, Maryville looking pretty good.
I was very interested that we didn't get any more focus for Odd Orange in the first phase, because that's definitely going to lead to Supernova banning away some more jungle picks in that second phase. Oh, we got the Sivir locked in here. Huge stuff in a late game hyperscaling carry mixed up with the Yumi.
True, the spell shield could end up being really clutch there for Sketch. He played it in their last series against Maryville on Monday, day 3 of week 1. And had a pretty good performance. Of course, we praise Quacker for making the game-winning play, but Sketch was able to put a lot of DPS in these team fights. So that's something he's looking to do again. Frontline, in the story, is usually the same after the first rotation of picks. Looking for the frontline now. Who's the brick wall that we're going to be drafting to protect our carries?
You got to find it. And they're going to be picking apart some of these compositional strengths from Maryville on Supernova's side. They get the Niles Pantheon banned away yet again for the second game in a row, but it is the Annie that was focused towards Robbie Bob not wanting to give that point and click setup. It's actually going to be Odd Orange's Jarvan banned away here.
Yeah, they've already banned away the Vi, so they want to make sure to remove some of his other comfort picks as well. Jarvan, Ahri would be a really nice composition. So now it's just going to have to mean Odd Orange needs to dig a little deeper into the champion pool just to see what else he's going to be able to bring out. As now we're picking on 4. Cassante's not available. Could just pick for Robbie Bob since you already know what mid is, and just last pick for top?
I want to see something proactive out of mid lane, though, for sure. Maybe not proactive as much as this Syndra, but it is something very stable and something that, again, leaning to the strengths of what Supernova have already gotten for themselves, very scaling heavy. So you got a lot of damage later on, and Supernova are definitely opting into that strategy. And as far as you wonder if Maryville opt into more of that to pair alongside it, or if they just go for this Jax, which is late game in its own right, but also that side lane pressure that we saw Niles actually use so well in the Gnar.
Right, so the Jax is a good one. You're going to be a really strong duelist later on. You're already not afraid of Syndra in side lane, so Quacker is going to have to get something that can duel really well into the Jax. I'm trying to think of like what's left and available here. Yeah, Kha'Zix is really good there for Odd Orange. Gragas ends up being a pretty good example here. Not that you can actually outright win in terms of fights, but you have this ability to start off fights. You have a neutralizing lane where you can limit the impact of this Jax, and that's what Supernova are going to be relying on. It's definitely going to be more about the front to back, whereas Maryville have the option for side lane plays.
That's so interesting, the way that they've kind of adapted into the series itself. I think the stable comp more tuned to the likes of some help for the rest of the team for Supernova is huge, but you've given away a lot of proactive pieces to Maryville, and that's where the setup is going to belie the mechanical execution of Maryville's side.
And so far, we've seen Maryville really execute pretty well in terms of their team play, especially in that first game. Those first 20 minutes, all Maryville all the time. It was one slip up in a team fight that almost let Supernova get the win, but in the end, they were able to pick that up for themselves. So looking at Maryville and what they're going to be able to do, again, you have a strong side lane to play for Niles. You have a good mid-jungle duo to play for in Odd Orange and Get Back. So this means that you have a lot of agency in this early game.
We've got the Rift being hit by Maryville University and Supernova for the last time of the day here on our kickoff of week number 2. Maryville had some strength in game number 1. Got a little bit sketchy as things went on in the game, but they were able to close it out. And they were coming off of not having scrims for last week. They have a full week of scrims now. They're feeling ready and raring to go. Supernova on the other side want to try to find a even score line going into day 2 of week 2. Make sure you're putting MU or S in chat, whichever side you want to win. As Scary Jerry, that might be a flash out or first blood. The flash does come through.
Yeah, so at this point, minions are spawning very shortly, and Scary Jerry does run the risk of actually missing a little bit of XP, as he isn't going to get the home guards to walk his way out. So it is a good trade there from Sketch on the Sivir, along with Trevor, and it just means that Scary Jerry is coming back to lane with no flash, and that's something I want to see Music punish in the coming minutes.
What do you think Sketch's win rate on Sivir is?
Give me the number of games, and I'll tell you.
3 games.
3 games, historically or in summer?
At least it is competitive.
Okay, I'm gonna say 100%.
Hey, let's go. You got it right. ADA is like a little bit above 7.
Yep.
So love to see the setup for Supernova, but specifically opting into Sketch, who has a newer, reclaimed bot lane ADC after spending some time with his supports counterparts. It's really interesting to see how he's kind of adapted to Supernova now.
It's interesting for those who don't know, Sketch did some time in spring of this year as a support. We thought that would be a permanent role swap, as that is quite common in North America. But for Supernova, they needed an 80 carry, and Sketch ended up answering the call.
You're getting a little bit of pressed on bot side right now by this Aphelios combo. The Ghost did just get popped by Scary Jerry, but want to focus back into what has been the crux of this series so far, and it's Odd Orange versus Music. And we said coming into this one how aggressive these two like to play, especially Music, and especially with his out-of-game antics as well, just being very confident in his own right. I think this Wukong is a step in the right direction for him to get off the ground running.
Right, and I thought the Kindred was fine from Music, but I wanted to see, when I was thinking, what does he look like when he's not playing Vi? I wanted to see still more of the facilitators, like the Wukongs and the Volley Bear that he has played in week 1, actually. So now that he's on the Wukong, Now that he also has Trevor, the Yuumi, who can quite literally get on his back. I'm excited to see what he'll be able to accomplish here.
Going at it in the top lane here. A little bit of 1v1 action. 1v1 me, baby!
Oh, Quacker!
First blood for Quacker!
I mean, that's a great punish there. Quacker, I didn't know why he was auto-trading, but I mean, clearly the mental warfare is astronomical getting Niles to dive him like that. Wow. I just have nothing to say.
Quack, quack, baby. That's all you gotta say.
True.
Quacker on the Gragas, actually showing some strength in the mechanics, but also Niles just trying to make something happen up there.
Right, and getting that advantage early on to Quacker, I mean, you slowing down the Jax or Niles is going to be pretty important as well. Now Quacker gets to get some AP going as you see the blasting one come through, which means Quacker, I mean, he's going to be having a good time in this laning phase at this point. So go ahead. I hope Quacker thanks him in all chat for that one, because that was a risky play for him that didn't end up working out. Across the map, though, I mean, you can see another natural CS lead going through here for Scary Jerry. Despite the level 1, the laning phase that we've kind of questioned for Jerry and Zyko has been looking quite good this series. Sketch and Trevor, for the most part, have not been able to keep up.
And that's super important for Maryville's continued development, because they need to find strength off of this star ADC coming up through the Converse system in Collegiate, really making a splash and then being signed over to Maryville. And his combination with Zyko has definitely been one that's been strong. We'll see them press forward with it a little bit here, but the back and forth with this combo, the Melee on the Yuumi, just feels like no one will ever die.
It is tough, but still, you see Scary Jerry coming out on top a little bit with Zyko, but look at the angle. Music just playing out of fog. No flash or ghost.
Here he comes. He's going over. That's Scary Jerry. Goes down here. One more auto.
Nice.
Music gets it. And that's really big for Supernova, as they're now 2-0 up early game.
That was the punish I wanted to see here from Music. Be able to get a kill. It doesn't go on to Sketch, but ultimately you're denying golden XP from Jerry as a result of
Ooh,
this.
nice combo from Orange.
Yeah.
He should be able to find this one. Maybe a little bit of speed given from that Scuttle Crab, and the
he
move
lives.
up from his bot lane means Orange can't find it, and that's actually so crucial. The Kha'Zix has to find blood if you want to be successful.
Right, Robbie Bob though. Oh,
Get Back's tanking this one up. There's the spear rush, the flashes, and Get Back gets it.
wow, really nicely done here. Get Back. Getting the better of Robbie Bob. Had the level up, so no ultimates could be traded, and a guaranteed Get Back success. So even though there's a kill going through here for the bot lane, that kill means that it's going to be really easy for Maryville to secure Dragon number 1. They are not slouching, even though Supernova are the ones trying to set the pace.
Love this pace, though, as you were saying, from Orange and from Maryville. He sees the tempo of the map, and he said, let's just take this early Dragon. 6.5 minutes in, we do have our first Dragon from Maryville. A lot faster than our game number 1, for sure. But that also means that we're going to be coming up on a timer for Rift Herald, and I want to see how the positioning comes down, because you do expect, with some of this advantage from Supernova, that maybe they could contest it, but it definitely is eyes on Maryville for that one.
It has to be a rotation from the bot lane to make that difference there. Even with the kill onto Quacker, right now mid, Get Back is in such a good spot because of the solo kill he got. Robbie Bob falling behind means he isn't going to be as reliable during that fight. So you need that bot lane to make the difference there. Rift Herald would be good for Supernova if they want to even up the score. They just need to grab it, and it will take a big commitment.
Both junglers just finishing up clearing the bottom side of the map here as that Rift Herald spawning on the opposite side. We've had so much talked about how the back and forth goes, how the aggressiveness needs to come out of both sides, especially both junglers, where they are the reason why a lot of leads get developed. Yes, laning phase is all good and well. Sometimes you get the moments where you get the solo kills like Get Back here, but consistently it is Orange and Music who are returned to most often.
More at Orange. Level 6 has come through. Level 6 is coming almost across the entire board here. Now that he has access to that ultimate.
Your favorite evolution?
Of Kha'Zix?
Yeah.
The only time I've played him, I usually evolve Q first, but we're seeing a lot of Kha'Zix players evolve R first actually. So you get that extra invisibility, You get 1 extra charge. I could see why that'd be really valuable early on. And actually, looking at Auto Orange, I think he did do that.
I hear all your analysis
no, he didn't do it
and
yet.
whatnot, but I'm asking cosmetically because mine are the wings because they make you look real cool.
My bad. Yeah, I agree. The wings do look cool. I actually don't like Kha'Zix at all, unless his wings are out.
Well, we got a Kha'Zix hater here, but Kha'Zix is going to get off the ground running. Niles is the one that actually gets the kill. Auto Orange makes it out alive, as that's a pretty big pick out on a fight that Supernova wanted to pull the trigger on. Rift Herald started by Auto Orange. Very low health. If Quacker sniffs this one out, it could get a little bit dicey.
No ultimates. It'll be tough. This is 2 versus 3. Wow, they're really looking for this.
They don't have the damage. Like, Maryville don't have the damage right now.
Yeah. This is a nice play, though, ultimately, especially from Get Back. Oh, hold on.
Oh, body slam. That's a flash from Quacker. He might
They forgot about isolation.
It's a little bit slow. Does have the leaf strike Auto Orange. Buddy here as the Bash Bros come together.
And it means that music. Oh, I was gonna say, gonna do the Rift Herald. What?
Going straight for it.
Oh, he's gonna get spotted out though. Yeah.
Does get that control ward there, but that's a big old minion wave getting lost to the turret as Rift Herald started up by music yet again.
Niles will be able to TP back and get some of it, but yeah. The proxying means that he's going to be stuck under his turret, and music will still be able to get this Rift Herald. I really want to give props to Get Back since it looks like we won't see that replay. The fact that he dashed over the wall and immediately dashed back, messing with expectations a little bit, just to surprise Supernova in that, oh, hey, I'm R-ing over the wall. I'm leaving. Oh, just kidding. Immediately comes back for the charm.
Really, really good stuff. Just needing to find that mechanical execution is what we highlighted so much of in this series, especially when we were kind of looking at the trajectories for both these teams so far in the split.
Now Rift Herald is in music's pocket. It's the most important thing here for Supernova. They have this big objective that they're going to be able to play for, and it's got to be for the spot lane. Naturally, again, Scary Jerry and Zyko have been able to get these leads coming through here. If we look at the CS, it is pretty insane. And the experience, like, it clearly shows. Scary Jerry is basically a full level ahead of Sketch. So music needs to get in the picture and help alleviate some of this pressure. And if you can do so by giving them turret plates, all the better.
How are we feeling about that 300 CS win condition that Sivir knew back in the day? Are we feeling like inflation has changed that at this point?
No, it's still a thing. But the problem is her laning phase is still, whatever. And it's clearly showing in how this game has been playing out. Of course, we still give props to Scary Jerry and Zyko, who are laning well. But this is just kind of what you expect from Sivir.
You see actually a pretty massive difference in terms of that goal completion as well. Scary Jerry's going to be very close to his spike in that term and should get him close to his first item of the game. We also have another dragon coming up right now that Maryville are in position for. So this could just be a second dragon stacking their way.
Right, and we see music has the Divine Thunder finish.
Cha-ching!
Actually a big deal. I like that you did that too, Lennon, because this is a good spot for Wukong. Divine Thunder, when you get that, if you get your mythic item before anyone else, it's so disgusting on Wukong. So music has a lot of ability to lay down some damage, to get something going, make a play. With that Rift Herald ticking away in his inventory. I mean, time's running out for him to be able to have that most impact.
Got the Roa completed, the Divine Thunder you were mentioning for Supernova as well. But you did get that Gale Force back completion by Scary Jerry. A couple more plates going the way of Quacker, man. He's going to be so rich, and that's why you see Music and Quacker are the ones at the top of the table when we were looking at the total gold. And that could just be first tower as well going to Supernova. Oh, no, Robbie Bob.
Oh, nice.
Robbie Bob has no way out. He's going to try to get the flash play, but Get Back is right in front of him. The pullback secures it. First tower goes to Supernova, but a kill picked up by Maryville.
Really nice punish. On rotation, they're catching out Robbie Bob, who is desynced from his jungler. Ends up meaning that Supernova, they're not going to get this one for free. Something always comes back, and that just seems to be the story this entire series. Every time Supernova tries something, Maryville always managed to make a trade, always managed to get something on the back of it, and it makes it harder for Supernova to get any verifiable lead.
And let's just be real. A week of practice has done Maryville good. I think it's a thing that we've kept an eye on for a lot of this series, but 13 minutes into game 2, I would say they look a lot more consistent so far than we had seen them last week. And going off the momentum of getting their first win, coming into a full week of scrims, coming into another week of NACL, it's just nice to see that growth in that quick succession, knowing that their story was a little bit rough around the edges there. Niles should make it out. Oh, nope, he's not going to make it out. Quacker going to give him the slam down here. He does have flash. He doesn't want to commit it, but there you go. Give him the cast, Quacker.
He was waiting for the body slam. Oh, we got more.
Final chapter used on bot side, though. Should be all right. Scary Jerry just put some pressure on Sketch.
Pressure using the Gale Force. Scary Jerry is not afraid to move forward here. And it's nice that at least Supernova have this point of power on the other side of the map. And you go ults for ults here, and you still hold on to Zyko's Breath of Life. Meaning that unless music shows up, Spot Lane could look for a 2v2 kill. Oh, there's no vision. Oh my god, it's so winning. It's so winning!
They are going to find the flank angle. Double TP! As that's actually a TP from Niles, too. Scary Jerry getting low. The Breath of Life is not going to be enough. Both members down. Maryville want to fight this one. Niles is in the middle of everybody right now. Get back! It's starting to get those resets. Can he get one more? He can't get the damage onto him. Music! He's alive! As On Orange goes down to an ace for Supernova!
I will say, the tragedy of this play is Sketch doesn't get any of those kills, but Supernova, they pick up so much off the back of it and get the ace. I love this. No vision placed. I would love to know if Zyko or Jerry even had any wards, but they took advantage on the side of Supernova. Flash out, Scary Jerry still dies no matter what they committed at this point. Double teleport pays massive dividends for Supernova.
Look at that move from Sketch there. Niles thought he had him dead to rights with that Counter-Strike flash, but it does not matter when Sketch is too quick.
Tonight's under it, baby. And no one's isolated.
Real good, man, for Supernova. And now they, with a AP-focused Quacker Gragas, 4-0-2, and the strength they had from top lane, will be looking at this next Rift Herald with, honestly, hungry eyes.
Oh my, Quacker.
Get back. Doesn't have the ulti yet. Just got it back. We'll be able to use that Spear Rush to get out of there. But Quacker's doing a lot. Had that Seraph's Embrace completed.
Yeah, Quacker can fight anybody. This build is ridiculous. Not only is he at 2 items, he went the row of Seraphs. He's got so much health, but still so much AP to play with. And once that row is fully stacked, he's the side lane monster that we were kind of mentioning in draft when we saw the Jax pick come through here. So that extra bit of damage can be the difference maker here for Supernova in these team fights, even if Sketch seems to be falling behind the rest of the team. For the Sivir, the item spikes are what we're looking for. We get Sketch to 2 items and Supernova are still in this game. I don't care how long it takes. Supernova have a shot.
Do indeed. That Rift Herald is going to be huge. They're going to crack open the mid outer tower here, or at least they should. The amount of wave clear, the amount of pressure that they have with this composition, it's really coming online. It's something that we wanted to see Maryville get proactive, get Auto Orange on the map, get something going for them, but they haven't found it. Now Supernova are at their strength.
And this is what we've seen Supernova do consistently, not just this week, but last week as well. Playing that 4-1. Having the core. Oh!
Gas comes through. It's just a bit of a bait there.
Okay. It does help secure the dragon here, but what I was talking about, that 4-1 setup, you see it. Herald charges the tier 2. They're perfectly set up for this next Drake, and Robbie will also be able to get a turret on that bottom side. Supernova delay the soul point. There is no ultimate for Quacker. Supernova are still very strong. I'm surprised Maryville are even considering this.
See the move coming in from Maryville, try to contest this, but it is a bit sketchy as 3,000 health on that dragon should just go over to Supernova. So they'll get their first dragon of the game, stop that stacking from Maryville, but Maryville looking for an exit fight here. The charm connects, the Everfrost does as well. This outer tower goes to Maryville.
Ultra Mega Fire Kick guarantees there will be no other engage. So Maryville, make the wise choice. Trade that objective for something else instead of throwing the game away for fighting for it. Thank you. I very much appreciate that they did that. As they're going to go ahead and also take away the red buff here. Oh? Yeah, they do take away the red buff here. I wasn't sure for a second. That would have That would have been funny. Oh, Robbie.
More like, oh, Auto Orange. He's getting his health bar choked out by a 1Q from Robbie Bob, but Robbie Bob needs to be a little bit careful. Oh, that flash meaning that MU definitely want to dive this one. And they have TP Niles up here just to make sure. There's a response TP coming in from Quacker, and that's a scary deal.
Yeah, I mean, Robbie, we're stepping up more than I think we potentially should. Teleport will save the day. Oh, goodbye, Niles.
Oh, Niles. Power unleashed. He does get the flash, but the body slam denies him, and Quacker goes unstoppable. You can't touch the body of a big old Gragas.
Quacker has his ultimate. Another body slam. We could see that come through if they really want to force this. They know Scary Jerry is mid lane. Okay. Okay. All right. Calm down, Lennon. Everyone calm down. It's over, okay? We're good.
Oh, I'm sorry. I should have been a little bit more excited.
Do not calm down.
Do not calm down as Quacker is trying to find On Orange in the jungle. Sketch coming over the wall here as well. Won't be able to get too much damage with that boomerang blade. Scary Jerry was right around the corner, but it's so funny to me this whole time. Music was pushing the side lane down bottom, and he's now just taking away the jungle. And Supernova have 5,000 golden lead. They have so much control around the map.
Music. Is he gonna do it? Kill him!
He goes invisible. He gets the Cyclone. On Orange only wanted his Chicky Nuggy, but a solo bolo for the jungler of Supernova. And that's a tier 2 tower to boot.
That's what I like to see, Music. That's the aggression you need, especially when you're 6K up. Oh, keep it going.
Don't stop, can't stop, won't stop. Niles getting a little bit of trouble here against Supernova as Quacker wants to clean him up. Doesn't go over. The cast slam down comes through. Quacker's now dominating, but there is the Gale Force combo. Scary Jerry doesn't have the damage. And this should be Supernova getting out. A little bit overextended. They are losing their bottom side a little bit, but they come away with the kills.
Oh, this is worth, and totally worth, Lennon. They just keep on with the aggression, which I really like to see from teams when they are ahead of the game. So true, Get Back will get something on the other side of the map, but he most certainly will not get this turret. He's just making sure Supernova lose some waves to be able to make the plays that they're making. But it's honestly, it's not that serious.
Not that serious right now.
Nope.
Maybe going to turn into a little bit serious later. We do have to consider with this lead, Supernova trying to burn down the Baron. You'd still want to have like 2-3 items on Sketch to really even force that one, but objective vision is still super important, and you're forcing Maryville to come up here and be up here to check it. They might actually just take for the engage though. As re-engaging with that Cyclone goes Music. He got Sketch popping some damage on the side here. Quacker, he's not going to survive. No way, Jose. No way. As that kickback gets the kill in the end, but it's Maryville losing 2 members, maybe even 3 here again. And it's just capitalization of momentum for Supernova.
Wow, really nice answer. We see Maryville do this a lot, where when they're behind, they try and make a crazy, risky play. And sometimes it works. And in cases like this, it just doesn't. Now it means Baron is going to go over to Supernova. Their gold lead just continues to increase. And they are well on their way to getting a 4-4 series line.
They can't do it.
We're not taking the Baron.
They don't want a 50-50 with Auto Orange snooping around the backside of the pit here. They don't want to give any avenue forward.
Well, most of what I said is still pretty true. And this, I'm glad we're replaying this, actually. The big thing here, Quacker buys so much time with his stopwatch. And look, Sketch is nearby with Trevor. The only thing missing is the teleport that is channeled immediately. And because Quacker manages to buy so much time and Music is so hard to kill, Robbie Bob came in time to help finish this off. And even though Quacker died, he did his job and then some.
Getback had to flash for that kill too, so in the end, big cooldowns utilized there. But Supernova looking for a fight yet again, walking straight into Maryville. Getback gets a big combo, but has to use the Spirit Rush out of there. And now Quacker has arrived. So Supernova try to force a fight, do walk into a face check combo.
So this is the worst case scenario for Supernova. Sketch loses all of his health. Remember, Yumi has changed. She does more shielding than healing. Oh my god.
Auto Orange wanting it. He's going forward onto Quacker. Maybe not the one you can necessarily eviscerate there for Auto Orange, but Dragon had been being taken by Music on the other side. And that'll be second Dragon of the game, second in a row
Yo,
for Supernova.
You're not that guy, pal. I gotta be real.
Not in that situation, because Quacker is Himothy, even if he's, duck styled. It will be a side lane turret with a bounty claimed by Maryville and by Niles, so at least they get a little bit of something back. The gold lead is shrinking a tiny bit at a time, but it's still Supernova that are definitely in the driver's seat here.
Those 2 Ocean Drakes coming out as well. Gonna show their impact, that missing health, healing. That's gonna be coming through at all times. Oh, wow.
Oh, that was so close.
Imagine. But you know
they just start this up?
Exactly. And now it's just gonna be really easy. You can see it, Sketch has a good amount of DPS. Music is here.
TPs.
Oh, you're right. Teleport's coming through.
Double TP. They're bringing in Maryville. They know that Supernova want to burn this down. Auto Orange is not in the back of the pit. 2,000 health. They got to get in there. Something's got to happen. The combos start to come through for Supernova. The Baron goes over to Music. Do they just want to try to get out of there? Because Maryville is definitely wanting to take this fight. We have a trade down for Niles and Sketch, but will they get other members out of it? Ooh, Auto Orange getting very low there, but that's a lot of Baron buffs given over to Supernova.
A 1 life for Baron Nashor is a trade you take any day of the week. Supernova, that was as risky can be, but double teleports and your whole team was not enough for Maryville to secure it. The big thing here for me is I'm looking at Niles. I saw a 4-man Counter-Strike in the making, but Robbie Bob with the Scatter of the Week limits his impact and is able to keep people back long enough to secure the Baron. And props to Quacker for running interference. There was never a smite fight to be had.
Dude, that final chapter just made it feel like Niles didn't do anything there. Even though he tried with his might, the health bars just didn't move. It's incredible stuff from the compositional strength of Supernova. But again, it was something we highlighted. It's execution-based. Speaking of execution-based, Auto Orange going to look for it onto Sketch. But that is a duo combo there.
Yeah,
I don't know if you want to pay the extra for the 2-for-1.
I was going to say, when Yumi's on you, you don't count as isolated.
Oh, no.
Yeah, goodbye, Auto Orange.
Oh, that's good. He actually gets a nice little flash there. Cass comes out, says walk away. Cool guys don't look at explosions.
Doesn't get any simpler than that, Lennon. Supernova, although this lead hasn't gone really farther than 5,000 gold, it doesn't matter. The gold is where it matters. On the side of Supernova, they have a Baron to play with, which means they're going to start knocking down more structures. And with a pick like they got onto Odd Orange, it just relieves so much pressure on the map to allow them to do this.
And Sketch is about to hit 3 items. They are barreling down this bottom lane. The tier 2 falls. They're getting split lane pressure going, but Maryville have an opportunity to maybe respond to this as an overextended Supernova. Maybe just baited out Niles here. Niles just goes down. There's a big Inferno multi on the backside there from Scary Terry. He's trying his darndest.
Where's he going?
But Maryville just can't get it.
Yeah, Niles is out of the picture. You see the teleport. Quacker wants to help push potentially for the end, but there is no wave to speak of. So they're just going to go ahead and back off. They have a wave top. Hopefully get that synced up with this next mid wave so they can take the tier 2, collect more gold. One more pick like that, Lennon. Supernova could very well take the win. Maryville, you can see they really want to try and force something to get back into this, but it has bit them in the rear every time.
And again, this is a roster from Supernova who has had a roller coaster split so far, right?
Yeah.
They are sitting at 3 and 4. They felt confident, though, that the showing at the end of the week last week was a version of their true self. Hitting from Robbie Bob, hearing the confidence from Music in his post-game interviews, it is still a confident team, and they feel like they have the hands to keep up. And I think we're seeing that kind of reawakened for Supernova in game number 2.
1 minute away now. It's going to be soul point for either team. That's where everyone is going to be focusing their attention. Of course, Supernova, overwhelming advantage. What they've been able to earn for themselves here. Music, getting a little cheeky, trying to see if he can catch out Odd Orange. And ultimately, Supernova are the ones who have control over this river. You're seeing Niles on the split, much like we saw so much from him in game 1, just to be able to try and get pressure to draw someone away, especially because that someone at this point has to be Robbie Bob. He's the one with teleport. And that's not something, even though Robbie Bob's in a good spot, there's still a chance, if played well, Niles can actually overcome him. So
very true.
We are still going to see the answer, though.
You got 3 item spikes for everybody on Supernova. Niles just gets executed by Robbie Bob. Yeah, Caster cursed him, man.
Never mind. I forgot about Syndra.
Oh.
New Syndra.
You gotta remember that there is a second piece to the Bash Pro combo. Orange doesn't really find it. Mid lane, we're getting a catch out too by Supernova. They are just taking the lead and shoving it at Maryville, as that's 2 down in mid lane. That could just be this inhib tower falling.
Oh, it could be more than that. We got 30 seconds on the bot lane, 15 on Niles. Inhibitor at the very least, if Get Back isn't careful. This could be everything here in game 2. So far, yeah, they're just gonna back up.
I was thinking, I just saw Scary Jerry had backed to complete a 3rd item. He had the Bloodthirster. I was like, okay, this is a moment of change. You're starting to hit the item spikes. You got the Rabadons for Get Back.
Yeah.
No. Nope. Supernova decide what you get to do, and they decide you did not get to play the game.
That's right. Permission to do damage denied. As Supernova will get themselves their 3rd Drake. That's 3 Ocean Dragons. The amount of healing over time, even in these team fights, is so impactful, and you'll see it if you watch the health bars. You talk about Trevor, it isn't just him, Lennon, it's these Ocean Drakes that they have been picking up for themselves. Supernova, okay. I know caster cursing's a thing, but I'm gonna go ahead and say it anyway.
We saw it on display just a second ago.
Yeah, I mean, we saw disrespect from Niles a second ago. This is a very key difference, but...
You don't want to take the blame?
No!
Come on.
I will not take them. I refuse. But what I will say, I'm gonna go ahead and say it. This is Supernova's game to lose. They're in control, truly and firmly. All they need to do is win one more fight. It doesn't have to go to Seoul. It's likely gonna be decided around this Baron pit. Supernova just need to find the engage angle, and they win the game. That's it.
One engage and you win. Easy as that, right? Just a check mark to pass. But
no.
Maryville are in your way. They're looking for a sketch in the side. They can't get him. He goes golden. They turn it back around. And that's huge damage from Robbie Bob. Get bobbered, Robert, as 2 kills go across to Supernova's mid laner. And that's Baron straight away.
That was the only chance Maryville had. Blow up someone crucial like Sketch. But it was that time of the game. Stopwatch is coming through for 80 carries. And it means that Sketch avoids the 80 carry moment and is able to lead his team to a Baron. And they don't need to reset Mazel. They're just going to go ahead and knock on the base's doors.
Every time we've seen over the last couple minutes with Supernova getting advantages, they are just making the play before Maryville is ready for it. That time around, it was actually an attempt for Maryville to play proactively, but the composition is just too strong for Supernova.
And the gold lead is astronomical. Realistically, that was a stasis diff. How cool is stasis, by the way, everyone? Just reminding everyone how good it is. And it just means that they weren't able to get the kill. Had they done so, things might have gone differently. It's really Maryville's only way to play out this kind of game state. You're down 10k now. Enemy has 3 Ocean Drakes. This is, one might say, very difficult to play through.
You just got a 4th item completed there for Robbie Bob. So it's going to be even a little bit scarier. We got PP in the bottom side as Supernova want to take down the last remaining defensive side of Maryville's base.
Yep. Remember, Music has a stopwatch. He almost has a splash up. He can go for something crazy.
Get Back's looking for the flank. They want the combo. They're trying to go for the pincer maneuver, but Get Back pulls away immediately. The CC's coming out. The final chapter is making sure nobody's going down. Finally, Scary Jerry flashes for it, but here comes Sketch. They're on the hunt, and they're looking for a 4th win. It's Supernova, who will make taxidermy pets out of Maryville in game number 2. Everyone goes down, and that signals the end with a quadra kill for Sketch.
Game 1 was tough, but Supernova bring it back. They managed to beat out Maryville in the early game and snowball that one to a win. They won't let Maryville get closer to evening the score. Supernova finished the day 4-4.
500 score there, able to get that evening of the record, and really important stuff for Supernova after that first game. It was really rough. It was a hard-fought one. Maryville had come out on top, but we get the 1-1 split to end the day. and what a way it went down. Now, we will have a little break here. We'll be getting ready for an interview with a winning member from Supernova, and we'll see you there.
Welcome back, everyone, to our final interview of the day, our Verizon post-game interview with Cracker from Supernova. First off, congratulations on the tie. I know the first game wasn't necessarily what y'all were looking for, but that second game, that was like a night and day difference. So talk to me about what happened between those two games and what turnaround you did to get that result going on forward.
Yeah, so I guess game one, we were coming into it, I think we just got a little nervous and like really got on edge during the game. Kind of it, like the main reason we said was like we haven't had too much scrim time as a team. Even like this week, which we were supposed to get some more scrims in, we didn't get that many. Unfortunately, just like some random stuff came up. But so yeah, we're like pretty much playing without a ton of practice, and kind of sucks, but it is what it is. And then so during game one, we definitely got like the nerves, and then you saw how it went. Like it went pretty badly. We lost, but afterwards we were like, okay, we're pretty sure we're better. So just next game, focus up, and don't get the nerves again. Play smart, play our own game, and yeah, it went well. So we won.
So considering that there actually hasn't really been that much scrim time for the team and a bunch of different pieces coming together for the team, going so far into week 2 with this 50% win rate is actually really respectable. So what do you think it is with this team that you've been able to find that success that should only amplify once you do get that scrim time in?
Yeah. Well, a lot of people had us rated like super lowly on the power rankings. That was kind of weird. I think what they didn't realize, like at least in my opinion, I think our players are just like individually very, very strong. Like even though the names are like might be like rookie names or whatever, I think we're good for our level. And then definitely still need some more time to like mesh together, but I think everyone's like at a high enough level of play where you like mesh decently well enough. Like I don't feel like anyone has like a drastically different point of view on the game or whatever, so we just play our game and it all seems to work out.
So you got ranked pretty low in the power rankings. So if you had to make a tier list without being too biased, I know there's always that little bit of bias, whereabouts would you put this iteration of Supernova before you become this super team after finally getting scrim time?
Yeah, I can't remember every team off the top of my head, but I think I'd put ourselves probably around like the 4 to 6 range, just starting off. I think our potential is definitely there to like go higher, but definitely gonna need to work on it and work on our team play, stuff like that, so improves a little bit. So yeah.
That makes a lot of sense. And I know going into the split for yourself, that you're definitely working and putting time into it since you're done with school now. So first off, congratulations on being done with school.
Thank you, yeah.
And then going on and putting your time in competing. So was this always the plan that once you were done school to head into competition? And where are your goals set for the future?
Yeah, it wasn't always exactly the plan. When I first took a break in like 2022, there's some thoughts in my mind that I was just done forever. Like I wasn't coming back. But I guess after like, I ended up going to like LCS finals last summer, like 2022 summer. I was in Chicago, it was close to me because I go to school in Illinois. So I went to LCS finals and I kind of got inspired actually just watching them live. It was like Berserker was just like popping off and I was like, wow, this guy's cracked. So I kind of got inspired to play again. And yeah, I mean, I just started playing solo queue and then made my way back on a team because I was interested and I had the time, and here I am. And then as for like my future plans, I'm just gonna keep on going with League as long as I can until I guess I go make it big or maybe it stops working out. But yeah, just see where it goes.
Just kind of go with the flow, see where the wind takes
exactly.
you. That's respectable for sure. Though the win going on forward in this week, it's definitely a tough matchup looking to tomorrow because you're going up against TLC, who is 7-1 so far in Challengers. Considering the team with not that much scrim time, how are you feeling looking ahead to this match?
TLC is definitely a very strong opponent. Can't really trash talk them or anything, I think, but I'll just say like I'm pretty sure they're gonna underestimate us. They're just probably looking at our name, like our nameplates, and they're gonna think we're not that good, but maybe we'll have something good to show and like surprise them. Yeah.
Catch them off guard, catch them slacking
exactly.
a little bit. Perfect. And our final question, we'll keep it a little lighter to know a little bit more about you. So if you weren't doing League, if you weren't dedicating the time, or just in a world that League didn't exist, what do you think that career path would be for you, that future for you?
Yeah, it's pretty clear in my mind. I'd probably just be like coding at some tech company. It would be like super boring. And I'd probably be either working from home or like at a cubicle all day long. So, I mean, that's kind of why I'm here. Trying to play League, trying to make something out of it. Because, I mean, not that the other way, like other career path would have been bad, but it's just a little bit uninspiring. And yeah.
Hey, you gotta follow the dream, right? So, thank you for that. Thank you so much for the interview. Before I let you go, if you have any final words or any shoutouts.
Yeah, shout out to my team. I think it's been a little bit rough because we're just like all new and a little bit of rookies, but it's been really fun playing with them, and I think we're secretly like really good. Shout out to my friends who are all watching. All my friends just from years are really supportive and they always watch. And then finally, shout out to my mom. I think she's watching. She should be watching on the stream. But yeah, she hasn't really watched my games in the past, but since competing in NACL, now she started watching, and that's just been really great to know I have that support behind me. So yeah, thanks, mom.
We love the support. That is so wholesome. So thank you for the interview, Quacker. And hello, Quacker's mom in the chat if you are in fact there. But have a good rest of your night and good luck tomorrow, okay?
Thank you.
As for us, that is our final game of the day, which means instead of a break, we're back over here. Back with our wonderful casters, be wrapping up the day. Been a long day. I know we talked about the sunshine and everything, and now it is.
Oh, the sun's gone.
It's gone.
Not for me. West Coast, best coast, baby.
Yeah, it must be nice.
Hey,
Get mad, Canadians.
At least when we wake up for broadcast day, we can actually eat breakfast and have a life before hopping on broadcast. You have to wake up in it right here, Mazel, all right?
Got him.
I'm just gonna walk away now.
Yeah.
No, you can walk away in a few minutes. We have a show to wrap up first,
sorry,
all
I
right?
got the timing wrong.
Get back here, get back here. But hey, only the first day in week 2, but the matches were a lot of fun, so we do have our updated standings for how things were shaking up over on this stream, as well, of course, as our Path to LCS channel. Kind of a chance to take a look at where things are standing, and I'm really not surprised to see that our #1 spot here beat has not changed.
No, TLC, the only game they've dropped so far is to Disguised Toast, which I'm pretty sure was last Saturday, which means so far, 4-game win streak for Team Liquid Challengers. And we'll have to see if they keep that up, because so far they've been playing out of their minds.
Yeah, it has been incredible to watch. And as we take a look over this, Mazel, anything kind of catch your eye in either a positive or negative light?
I mean, it's gotta be our top 4, top 5. I think the obvious answer is that EGC are finally delivering on a lot of what they promised us when we were looking at their roster. But it's a conversation that we've had so many times at this point. But it's cool to see a lot of contention, especially DSG coming in here. Huge stuff, getting a good start to their season as well. And I know there's a lot of positivity behind them. But I'm looking over at the right side saying we got to get some things working for Fear, for Maryville, for Taco. They are definitely looking to try to put pieces in the right places.
I definitely feel like those teams are still of a puzzle being built at this point. I'm really excited to see them in a week or two.
Yeah.
I don't know about the rest of this weekend, but hey, it's still so early on in the split beat, so I'm not ready to write off anyone just yet.
No, none at all. And individually, teams are playing more games this time around with that double round robin coming through. So that does mean that there's more time, more of an opportunity for teams to be able to improve and grow. So those teams like the Supernovas, like the Team Fish Tacos, will have more chances to get reps in, to improve themselves, and maybe start to challenge things when we go towards the playoff time. We'll see.
I want to see them put the right pieces in the right places,
Me
one
too.
at a time.
That's how
And that
puzzles
starts by
work.
just learning from your previous experience.
And they will have so many games to do so. But those are games that are going to have to wait until tomorrow. Thank you everyone so much for tuning in. Make sure to be coming along with our raid and make sure to be coming back tomorrow to be catching the action. It's been great, but hopefully everybody has a great night or still goes out and enjoys the sunshine like Mazel is going to do. But we'll see you all tomorrow.
I'm a gamer. Go say hi to Shaden and subscribe. You support the players.